First on Connecticut's news station, solution to the geese problem in Bristol expected to be discussed. Brooke Griffin is going to join us live to take a closer look at the options that are on the table.
Supporting families of officers who were killed in the line of duty. We'll show you how one bill that's set to become law would do just that.
And the Connecticut Sun heating up the competition at the Mohegan Sun Arena. How they did against Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. That's ahead.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Thanks for starting off your day here with us at Fox 61, Fox 61 Plus America Areas.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Let's get right over to meteorologist Matt Scott so you can plan your day, coming off a day as beautiful as promised. Oh, it was nice.
It did get a little windy, though.
A little breezy out of the southwest.
Wasn't expecting that.
Took the edge off of the heat that many of you brought, that were experienced last night, that the Connecticut Sun certainly brought last night. We'll talk about that coming up. Good morning to you on this Wednesday. It's a wet one ahead, at least this morning, and then we've got just kind of an unsettled pattern. Main rain's coming overnight tonight into early tomorrow, and then we'll talk about some more weekend rain on the horizon. Here's a radar picture. It's manageable, but it is wet pretty much uniformly across just about everybody west of I-91. We'll go in a little closer to the Mixmaster back through Southbury, Middlebury, all the berries. Some steady rain, and that continues over into Cheshire, Wallingford, and Meriden at 691 cross. You can see the general trend of the rain moving in off towards the northeast gently, and there's nothing that looks like it's going to be a problem. A little tougher stuff down towards the south, moving out of the Delmarva Peninsula. A little morning rain. We'll get that out of the way. A little unsettled for the day with a lot of cloud coverage, and then into tomorrow, we will bring another round, the main event, if you will, with this. So 60 now, temperatures getting near 70 today. We'll drop the numbers a bit thanks to the thicker clouds. We told you that was going to happen. So much for that near 80-degree mark. Is it in the forecast again? We'll talk about that with a look at the 7-day coming up. 6:02. Let's see what's going on the wet roads across the state. Good morning, Symphony.
Good morning, Matt, and good morning to you, Sunshine. Yeah, definitely seeing some slick roads out there. Let's get you up to speed with what we are checking out. First up, taking a live look out in Farmington, checking out 84 this morning. The traffic volume's not too bad so far in the 6 o'clock hour. Let's take a quick look at our Hartford drive times. 91, 84, and Route 2 out in the Glastonbury area looking good. And right now we're taking a live look out in Norwalk this morning. Roads also wet down there, so make sure you are exercising caution as you head out the door. Taking a quick look at our New Haven drive times here. Smooth sailing for you on 91. Now when you get to 95, we are seeing our usual slowdown reported. Heading to Bridgeport, you'll get there in just over 30 minutes. Your next update coming up at 6:30.
70, thanks. All right, a big topic in Bristol back on the agenda tonight. Of course, we're talking about those aggressive geese.
Yeah, Parks and Rec officials are going to meet once again to talk about how to handle the problem.
Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is live this morning at Veterans Memorial Park with what some of those options are. Brooke, what's on the table?
Well, several things are on the table. They have a lot of options that they're going to discuss tonight, all of them non-lethal, but they say that they want to make sure that whatever they choose is actually going to work, have a pretty high success rate, because they've already spent about $15,000 on things that haven't worked in the past. So they say they really want this option, whatever it may be, to stick. Then they tell us that the birds have to go since some occasions they have been aggressive towards people, and they've even left droppings everywhere, which contains toxins that can be harmful. Many say it's disrespectful to let the park be dirty when its purpose is to honor veterans. Officials have given a lot of thought about how to address this problem. One idea that they came up with was to kill them, but many people in the city said that they don't support that move. Tonight the council is proposing several options, including a deterrent spray, fencing, droppings cleanup services, and a company that would get rid of all of the eggs and bring in dogs and lasers to try to train the geese to make sure that they know this is not an area that they can be. These range from $100 up to $25,000 per session. According to the agenda, the official recommendation tonight is to use a goose deterrent for $725 per acre. There have been mixed feelings on this issue so far.
To see this many people show up in support of maintaining what's currently on Memorial Boulevard, or at least changing it in a way that doesn't result in the death of all of those geese that we all grew up with, gives us an opportunity to continue to strengthen our community.
What takes a higher priority, the public safety or animals? Okay? To me, that is an absolute no-brainer.
Now, no matter what solution leaders pick, paying for it could be the challenge. A dinner was recently held to help the city raise money for a way to get rid of those geese humanely. They say that their goal for that dinner was to raise about $15,000 to try to make up some of those costs that they've already spent, not dip into taxpayer dollars. And that Parks and Rec meeting is tonight at 6 o'clock. It's going to be over at City Hall. They say everybody's welcome, but they also already expect a pretty large turnout from both sides of the issue as people wait to find out what measures are going to be decided on. Live in Bristol, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, we'll see what they choose. Brooke, thank you. We appreciate the report. It was another dangerous day on Connecticut roads, unfortunately. There were two separate crashes with victims under the age of 18. A 14-year-old boy was hit by a pickup truck on Main Street in Portland. That crash happened just after 5:30 yesterday. Police said the teenager was seriously hurt and rushed to the hospital. They said the driver of the truck is cooperating with the investigation. And in Clinton, a child was also seriously hurt in a crash, but there are still a lot of questions to answer here. We know that it happened around 3:30 p.m. yesterday on Sunnybrook Lane. We don't know much about the child or the circumstances behind the crash, other than police said the child was not a pedestrian. Clinton police also said the state police have now taken over the investigation. Police in Wallingford are looking for the thieves who broke into 15 cars at Gaylord Hospital. Police said the cars belonged to hospital employees. Some of them reported their windows were smashed and wallets were stolen. And police said it all happened during the afternoon yesterday, during daylight hours. So again, take this as another reminder. Don't leave anything valuable inside your cars.
6:07 now, and it appears this morning that the Biden administration is set to send $1 billion worth of weapons and ammunition to Israel. Now, that's according to 3 congressional aides. This would be the first arms shipment since President Biden stopped the transfer of 3,500 bombs to Israel ahead of the Rafah invasion in southern Gaza. A man accused of killing his girlfriend is due in a Milford courtroom this morning to discuss a plea deal. Jose Morales is accused of killing Christine Holloway back in 2019. He's also being charged in the disappearance of his daughter, Vanessa. She would be 5 years old now. We don't know the details of the plan. Morales is currently being held on a $5 million bond. Flags all across the state will fly at half-staff today in recognition of Peace Officers Memorial Day. It's a national tribute to law enforcement who have died in the line of duty. And during today's observance, Governor Lamont is going to sign a bill that supports the families of fallen officers here in Connecticut. Yeah, that support will come in the form of significant financial help. Fox 61's Angelo Bavaro joins us at the site of the ceremony, which is the Connecticut Police Academy in Meriden.
The bill the governor is signing later codifies under state law what is called the Fallen Officer Fund. And what that fund does is it provides a lump sum, non-taxable payment of $100,000 to the families of those fallen officers killed in the line of duty. This bill signing ceremony happening on a poignant day, Peace Officers Memorial Day. That is a national observance paying tribute to law enforcement officials who have died in the line of duty. Now, we have sadly reported on several of those deaths over the years. More recently, the Hartford police detective Bobby Garton, whose life was cut short in a crash while responding to a call last September. Last week, members of Connecticut Police Department set off on the Police Unity Tour bike ride to Washington, D.C., and that is where a ceremony was held remembering officers all around the country killed in the line of duty, including Detective Garton. Fellow officers highlighting the significance of offering support during Garton's wake last year.
The only way to get through this is together, and unfortunately we have the same experience, and so it's very important that we're there to help out in any way possible.
It's a tough job, and we have to go through these kind of incidences. It's really sad. It's terrible.
In honor of Peace Officers Memorial Day, Governor Lamont has directed flags in the state to be lowered to half-staff throughout the day. Reporting in Meriden, I'm Angelo Bavaro, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Mr. Bavaro, thank you. Well, it would be a huge redevelopment in Enfield if the money comes through. There are plans to tear down one of the largest retail properties in the state, the largely vacant Enfield Square Mall. A developer wants to turn that space into a mixed-use development with big retailers and restaurants, as well as 450 housing units. It is a $250 million plan that the town seems receptive to, but the developer said it's also dependent on the state chipping in $20 million, and that's not guaranteed right now.
I'm confident that some of the money will be there. I'm not sure that the state will allow the $20 million.
The developer said without state funding, they likely will not go through with the project at all. But if things do move ahead, it will take at least 2 years to complete.